Hello and welcome. I'm Regina McCann-Hess, President of Forge Wealth Management, and today we are here again for our Women in Wealth series. I have a new friend with me today, and Joanna, can you tell us who you are, what you do, and what you love about what you do?
My name is Joanna Jane, also Joanna Jane Bartholemew, but most people call me Joanna Jane. And I am a real estate developer, financial advisor that specifies a lot into real estate when it comes to helping people create wealth. Real estate is one of the number one tools on wealth creation. And when we see how we implement that into someone's financial plans, it makes an exponential difference in how they're able to retire. So we have our company, O'Hara Developments, that really helps a lot of people in that particular area, in addition to re-owning neighborhoods in inner cities and reinvesting a portion of its profits back into the neighborhood so we can be able to support green spaces, financial literacy programs within schools, along with other local programs that the city may have.
Wow, so you are building your business and giving to the community and helping the community all at the same time.
Yes.
That's incredible. It's an incredible feat. And I've heard that, you just do so many wonderful things within these neighborhoods and help people get into homes that they normally wouldn't be able to get into.
Yes, absolutely. So these are often your homes that we have walked by for years. It looks dilapidated. It doesn't look of any interest. And we have recently, formed a relationship with the city of Baltimore where our major development is actually happening. And through the meeting of the minds, I will say, they saw our vision and what we wanted to do for their city. We saw their vision in wanting to decrease vacant properties. So we are actually rehabbing them. We're providing a lot of incentives for families to consider, purchasing those homes, which includes tax abatements or tax credits for, property taxes, along with other down payment assistance programs, which can roughly be around close to $40,000. So when you're helping someone, put that much towards the table, along with some benefits for property taxes, it definitely can be something to be very appetizing, I would say.
Yeah, and so celebrate it too. That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you. So with their support, we're doing great work. And because of how we are able to do this in the city, it does leave enough, as they would say in real estate, meat on the bones, where we're going to take a portion, where we already take a portion of our profit and we reinvest it into the community, because we wouldn't have the opportunity without the community itself.
Oh, fantastic. Incredible. It's such a great story. You're building a business that you love and you enjoy what you do, and you're also out there helping people and continually giving back. That's just such a great story.
Thank you.
So what are some of the challenges, especially as a professional woman, that you have come across along the way building this business?
Being taken serious as a woman that's in real estate and in finance. I mean, this is known often as the big boys club, right? So yes. I often feel that as a woman, I have to know my numbers 10 times better than they do. Even though they can go in and do a presentation and really just talk about the rate of return and how much it costs for you to get in. For me, I feel like I have to tell the whole story. Why did I decide to do this? And how did we do that? And then get to the numbers, right? Yeah. So I always feel as though that's something that we have to do, because we're not taken as seriously. And I've seen this quite often where we've presented a deal to someone and they're like, okay, I'll think about it. And then the next person with something very similar, it's like fireworks goes off. Right? So what we've learned to do is just kind of push past that. We have a strong team. And even though our team does reflect, majority women, we do have a few guys there with us that, they see the vision, and we work together and we've been pushing through. So at times I do think that we probably would have gotten here a little bit sooner had my face, reflected a man than a woman. But I'm going to push through, not just for myself, but for other women to know that they can do this. You can buy the inner city, you can help other people. And so what if it's quote unquote a big boys club? I mean, right now we're seeing so many systems being broken that have been within our country for centuries, right? And if those systems can be broken, us as women can break these systems too, and we can do real estate just as well, if not better, than the men. So that's my take on that.
Bring it to the choir. That's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love your energy too. It's very passionate about what you do, I can tell.
Yes, yes.
So obviously challenges there. I know recently we were celebrating something with your business. You want to share about that?
Yes. So it's official that we're also able, in addition to what we're doing it for our own company, that if there are other individuals that are, they will can form their own corporation, or it may be, you know, a larger entity. If they are also interested in buying a block or a few properties at a time, they can also do that through our company now. So that has also happened. We are in a position to really you know, leverage our business where we can support other people that may want to do the same.
That's huge.
I know. Thank you. I was like, we just were celebrating last night, and I'm still pinching myself this morning. Like, did that happen? I
Yes,
go back
it
to the email and
happened.
I
Yes,
see
it
it, and I'm like, okay, so the email didn't get retracted. It's still here. Okay, it still happened.
Oh my gosh. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Hard work, persistence pays
Yes,
off. It
yes.
really does.
Yes,
Good for
and I
you.
think your heart posture matters. You know, the city sees what we're doing, and I truly believe that they know that we want the best for them. That, you know, a lot of promises have been made to the city of Baltimore and to a lot of inner cities, and then, you know, it takes forever for things to happen, and because people may be often looking for the financial return so soon, they end up leaving. And what we have to know when we're working with any government entity, it takes a while. And it
Yeah.
requires us to stick together and keep pushing forward, because once it actually does happen, it's almost like how, you know, it's like a restoration. I'm a spiritual person, so I believe that God restores, right? So it's like everything that you were working on maybe over the last 3 years, and you're like, man, like I'm not seeing the return yet. I feel like once it actually hits, it makes up for the 3 years and prepares you for the next 15 years. So I would encourage anyone, you know, strongly consider working with your city when you're doing this type of development. Don't be afraid of it. Yes, it may take several meetings and rubbing elbows, but it does pay off.
True, true. I mean, a lot of effort, a lot of just going back and doing the same thing over and over, but persistence does pay off in the long
Yes,
run.
yes,
Good
it
for
does.
you. Congratulations. I'm so excited for you. That's great news. Great news. So I don't know about you, and maybe it is or isn't, how COVID and the quarantine has affected your business, but and then as things are opening back up, what do you see on the other side? Does anything change for you about how you do business, or has it?
Yes, it has. So we had two crews in February that was working on our development. One side pretty much focuses like on our lighter cosmetic work, light remodels, and then one crew deals with like our full rehabs. We end up having to put one crew on hold with everything that was happening. We had less people working on the smaller project. We just at least keep guys working. We were nervous. We
Yeah.
don't have employees. We have contractors. So they literally could have went someplace else because they still were considered essential workers, but we wanted to be mindful of what was taking place. We also wanted to be mindful of just the financing. You know, putting too many properties out there all at the same time for purchase can be dangerous during a time like this. So we had to come to a pause and, you know, regroup and re-strategize. And I honestly, Regina, it was one of the best things that could have happened. It really caused us to have to put our foot on the gas more, that things that we were planning to do maybe a year out, we said we're going to do them now. Let's start pulling in our conversations now. And that really helped, because now what we have a housing pipeline with 3 banking institutions that we did not have before. Because of COVID, they were willing to have these meetings with us to develop a strategic plan on how do we do housing different, and putting families and individuals into 3 different cohorts based upon where their credit score may be, how much they already have for their down payment, or maybe they're just starting out, and we would work with them and cater them to our area. Obviously, they can choose whatever house they want to. We would love for them to purchase one of our houses or rent from us, obviously, but it helps us make sure that we are working with a group of people, it gets our property sold, and we're doing right by the individual. That was not something that we had in plan at this very moment. That was much later down the line. So it was definitely a blessing, although we had to put one of our crews on hold, but now they're getting back to work. You know, we're being very mindful about the equipment that they need while they're there, how many people are on the job. Safety is always first. So that's how we're going about moving forward. We also decided to implement condos now within our plans. We did not have that before. That came out of a result of COVID, because with people having now a reduced pay, or maybe, you know, again, the household, maybe one person has lost their income, it's less that they have. So it's better for us to consider maybe 2 condos in this brownstone and sell them in per unit, rather than having this one brownstone sitting on the market for over 300,000. It hurts us and it doesn't help anybody else because they can't afford it.
Right, right. Well,
So a lot of strategizing.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that is a perfect example of turning something that could have been a bad situation into opportunity.
Yes.
You turned it into an opportunity, and you were ready to pivot. And this just, it shows a lot of strength from you, from your team, and from your company. So good job. Good job. That's
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank you. Much appreciate it.
Now, do you have a website for your company that you want to share with
Sure.
the group?
So people can go and learn a little bit about O'Hara Developments at www.o'haradev, that's D as in dog, E, V as in Victor.com.
Awesome.
Yes, and you'll learn a little bit about what we're doing. Like I said, it's a whole community development project. We also have a nonprofit as well, where we actually are putting together our first playground. That was also not a part of the plan.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, and it's all in the same area where we're building. You literally, if you were, you know, a resident there, you'll be able to walk out of your house, go down the street, and be right there at the playground. Right across, we have a commons area that we collaborated with other developers and residents in the area to get it up and going, so we could have barbecues on one side and the kids playing on the other, and newly renovated, beautiful Baltimore brownstones right there, all at the same place.
Oh, love it. Love it. That's fantastic.
Did you see the picture? Did you see
in my head, I have the picture. I absolutely have the picture, which is, it's like, oh, it warms my heart. That's amazing. Good for you. Good for you. Well, I want to thank you for being on our series, the Women in Wealth series, and great job on everything. Please continue to keep us updated on all your success. This is so much fun.
Thank you.
About it.
I definitely will.
Yeah, yeah. And I want to thank everyone else for listening to our Women in Wealth series. I'm Regina McCann-Hess, president of Forge Wealth Management. And you can follow me and Forge Wealth on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Forge Wealth. Our website is forgewealth.com, and you can follow me on LinkedIn at Regina McCann-Hess. Thanks, and have a fantastic day.
Bye, Regina.